A lot of people talk about they want to build an e-commerce store. They want to build an online store. They want to build an online business, but they don't have enough money to do it. They don't have enough money to do it. And if somebody commented on my video a couple weeks ago and they're like, oh, just be careful. I know people that lost a lot of money doing e-commerce. And I was like, that's so weird. Like, how are these people losing that much money in e-commerce? Like, you don't need money in e-commerce. It's all about you being creative and going out on your own and creating different things, just like a normal economy marketplace works. People create stuff, they have value, and then people buy that value off of other people. So in e-commerce, it's exactly that. It's internet commerce, people buying things on the internet. So if you can put skills together that is just going to be on the internet, one of the first skills that I learned was web development. So building an online landing page, a web page with products on them, and then you have the product right there. All you have to do is drive traffic to it, and that's marketing skills, and those are other things that we'll learn and that we'll talk about today. But you don't need a lot of money, and this is something that I preach about e-commerce and on these videos all the time, is you don't need a lot of money to get started in e-commerce. You actually don't need any money. You need zero money, because there's platforms out there that'll let you get started for free, and then they'll let you put your products up, and then you just have to drive traffic to it, however you do that. And if you have a following on social media, it makes it that much easier, because all you have to do is post a link to your social media and people are going to see it for absolutely free. Starting off with $0 to my name in 2025, what would I do? I was going to name the title of the show this, but it was just too long. It was no money, no connections, no resources, just your skills, your mindset, and a plan to build. That's all you need. You don't need money, don't even need connections, and you don't even need resources. Even though resources will help you, and with the day of the internet, you could get resources easily, you don't need that stuff. All you need to do is build a little bit of skills and have a strong mindset of how you're going to do this and execute on your plan. So starting off, the foundation of how you're going to do this. The foundation could take about your first 30 days, I would say. The first 30 days is super critical, but it doesn't have to be anything extraordinary. So your step one, mindset shift. There's going to be a lot of people out there, like I said, people saying, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, it's too hard to get on. I can't build a website. I don't know how to do this. I don't have products. First of all, you got to cut that mindset. A lot of people are going to say that stuff to you, but you got to cut those distractions and focus on a skill building that is going to take you to the promised land in e-commerce, right? So focus on building a skill in these first 30 days. I want you to adopt a learn, earn, and invest mindset, right? So I want you to learn. Like I said, web development is key, building a landing page, even marketing. If you want to go out and learn marketing first before you do the landing page, that's great. You can market yourself on social media, boost your pages, create your pages, right? Go out there, get your social medias in order first, and then you could learn the other side of e-commerce, which is web development. So that learn, earn, and invest mentality will take you very far these first 30 days. Cut out the distractions. Don't let people drive you down. The biggest asset you have when starting a business with zero is your just ability to learn, and that you could risk all this different stuff without having to spend money. So it's only your time that you're investing. You're only investing a couple hours a day in learning stuff that's going to benefit you for years and years to come, because e-commerce is not going away. This is something that's going to be around for hundreds of years, maybe. Who knows? With the advancement of AI, who knows? But let's say for the next 20 years at least, people are going to be buying things on the internet. So this is a great skill to learn. So what are some other high income skills that you could learn to go along with this, that you could learn in this 30-day process, or just begin to learn in this 30-day process? One is copywriting. This is when you land on your landing page of a website, all the words that go into that. So describing your product, the headers, about me page, maybe some quotes from customers or from people you work with. That's great to have. That's a great skill to have, and it's pretty easy to learn. Digital marketing, like I touched on, social media, another great skill to learn. Just getting pictures out there of products, getting yourself out there. 3, sales, right? And Priamo did a great call the other day on his sales tactics and some of the things he does. And it really did resonate with me. A lot of the stuff he was saying was a lot of people have products. A lot of people do create e-commerce stores, but they don't go out there and sell themselves. They don't go out there and sell their products. Like, you have to put it out there to the masses every single day. And that's how these people are going to see it. And eventually they're going to know you as the guy that sells that, or the person that does this. And that's what you want. That's how all these people who have these very successful businesses in the world, like look at chefs, right? They go out there, they're like, oh, that's Gordon Ramsay. He's the chef guy. That's Bobby Fillet. He's the chef guy. Like, sell yourself for what you're doing. So the last skill here, AI automation. I think AI automation is really good for copywriting skills. So if you could combine AI automation skills with the copywriting skills, it's very connected together. The gentlemen are bullish, of course. All right, so that's kind of step one in your mindset shift. Second part of the 30-day mindset shift is your networking and your connections building inside this time, right? Because like we said, maybe you don't have money, you don't have connections. How are you going to get this started? Well, this is kind of why we do this show, right? Is the Taylor's Code. And one step that you could do is get involved with the community early, and you could get in contact with people like me who build e-commerce stores, who teach people, who do live streams, doing different things, showing people how to build this stuff. You could reach out to them via social media, right? You could reach out to them on YouTube, comment on their posts, ask questions. You could go on their X profile, ask them questions. You could go on their Instagram, shoot them a DM. These are all different things you could do to get yourself out there if you want to get into this community and you want to start learning things. That is a free, low-cost way to exchange information with people. It's literally free. You just got to put the time in and do it. So you don't need money to network. You need to bring value to the table, or find value to bring to yourself. All right. So that's your first 30 days. Getting your mindset in the right way of you're going to go out and build skills. You're going to reach out to people in this community. Maybe you want to do e-commerce. Maybe you want to do crypto. Reach out to them. Get involved. And that's kind of those first 30 days, getting your mindset and your plan ready of what you're going to do. So making your first dollar amounts, let's say making your first $1,000. Option one that you have is a service-based business. And I think this is the fastest way to make $1,000 in e-commerce and online sales, is because you don't have to create a product. You don't have to buy a product from somewhere else and then market it and then have the customer buy it. This one is completely skill-based. This is the fastest route. So what are some service-based businesses that you can do, you could learn, and then you could sell yourself online on your social media? Maybe you build a landing page for your business. Sorry, espresso is getting me. So I think freelancing in different ways, writing, copywriting, like we talked about before, different marketing services, learning how to market on Instagram, learning how to market on X, YouTube, all these different things, all these different places that people want to market, learning that, and then creating a marketing agency where you could go out and pay people and they'll pay you to run ads on their account. I think web design, like I talked about before, I was actually talking, Priyama was working last night. He's working on Squarespace, a great web design tool. So go on there, learn how to build websites, learn how to build landing pages, and people will pay you to build landing pages for them. And then the last one is AI automation, finding ways that people could use AI in their business right now and then implementing it into their business is a free way. You don't have to, there's no cost to you besides learning the skill and then going out and doing it. So what are some ways that you could get customers for these service-based businesses? Well, one, like I talked about, promoting it on your social media. You have to be your own sales advocate. You have to go out there, put yourself out there, tell people what your services are going to be. Number two, I think service-based businesses have really come up in the last couple of years with platforms that you could actually go on and look for specific people. So I'm talking about Upwork, talking about Fiverr, but even X, promoting yourself on there is a free way that you could go on and do that. But Upwork and Fiverr is meant directly for that. So you might get a little more traffic of people looking for copywriters, web designers, or social media marketers. All right. So those are free ways you could take 30 days, teach yourself a skill, and then you could go out, blast your marketing out to people, and you could make $1,000 in 2 weeks just by putting yourself out there, your services out there. People are gonna see it, and then they're gonna be ready to buy something. Like they're gonna be like, all right, let's get going. Like let's do this. All right. So that's option number one, making our first $1,000. Option number two is the traditional e-commerce and print on demand style, I'll say, because print on demand I think is the easiest way to get started in something like that if you have zero money. So the traditional way, like I was saying, would be the Shopify drop shipping, or maybe even Amazon FBA. You could slip in there, and then print on demand. So using the meta ads library, like I talked about on the show before, so go watch that video. I'll plug that here. A note to myself, I'll plug that video right here, and go make sure to go watch that. Another one, Google Trends. Also, if you didn't watch my video on Google Trends and Google Ads, go watch that. And then finally, AutoDS to find winning products. So using these 3 different tools, which I've all made videos on in the past, so if you're still interested in those, go watch those videos. Using those tools will make you find a product on AutoDS that you could get for cheap. You don't even have to pay for it, which is the brilliance of it, right? You're just the middleman between a supplier who wants to sell this. You put it up on your website that you designed through Shopify for free, and then you drive traffic to it however you could do that, and then people will buy it for $50. Your cost is $20. You keep the difference and you keep it moving, right? So these are all things you could do super, super cheap with zero money. They don't need any money for this. This is all organic traffic you're trying to drive. So another one, I would say this is probably the long-term play. This might take you a little bit longer to build a community around something. So this is YouTube. This is a TikTok following, an X following. Maybe you have a blog that you post different things on, or a newsletter that you email to people on a weekly basis. This is really going to focus on that organic reach, and then it introduces like an affiliate marketing and digital product way of selling, right? So you could have people that like your stuff, right? Maybe they've been a follower for a while. Now, if they like what you're selling, you can make them an affiliate marketer. Like, hey, if you reach out to your friends and you tell them to join my newsletter or join my community, follow me on YouTube, I'm going to cut you a piece of every sale that I get from those people. That's affiliate marketing. That's a way that you can market yourself more with just paying out an affiliate to do a lot of the work for you hands-on. So how is this going to make you more money? Well, you could start from $0, like the whole point of the show is, right? And you can build something over a long course of time, let's say 30 to 60 days, right? Because you're taking $0 and you're going to build this with an online skill that we talked about, just learning something, learning freelancing, copywriting, social media marketing. And now you're going to go out and you're going to find some people that really like what you're doing because you're building this organic content on YouTube, on X, on TikTok, and they're seeing that and they want to be a part of it. And now you can leverage them to bring in more customers and more customers. So it's a little bit of a longer play as opposed to just putting your service up there and then you doing the work. But this way you could have other people reaching out and, free up your time a little bit. That's what's so important.